What's going on, guys? Welcome back to Nervy on the Film. This is part 4 of Lone Echo 2. I'm pretty sure this part will have the ending in it, so let's get right into it. It might repeat.
We didn't fail.
Harlan?
Does he want us to follow him?
I have no idea. But I'm going to. Harlan?
We didn't fail. We just learned something new. We learned there's a window, a certain point in time wherein the biomass was still vulnerable, when it could be stopped.
Yeah, that point's long past.
You're right. Only we had some way to travel back in time.
Transmitting Jack's protocols back in time won't help us here, Doctor.
It's also impossible without a working FTL.
For that plan to work, Jack would have to physically bring a counterpulse device back with him. Something he can't do digitally.
I'm not talking about digital time travel.
Oh, I see.
Where have I seen this before?
I believe that is one of the Estrella's FTL drives. I recall seeing a number of them while retrieving the fuel cell from the wreckage.
What do you think, Apollo? Could it work?
I'll need to run some models, but it's possible.
What the hell are you two on about?
I'll explain everything once Jack and I are on our way to the Estrella.
We'd best get moving.
Hold on! No one's going anywhere until one of you gives me something resembling an explanation.
Captain Rhodes.
No, if you want to send Jack back out to that plague-infested garbage scout, you have to at least give a reason.
And we will. But the longer we wait, the less chance we have to succeed. Captain, I know I've already asked far too much of you both, but I have taken this as far as it can go. I need your help to finish it.
What do you need us to do?
Jack, you and I will make our way back to the Estrella's drive bay. You'll need my assistance to unlock the FTL housing. Captain Rhodes, if you would remain here with Dr. Harlan, there's some specialized equipment you'll need to fabricate and assemble.
Oh, brilliant.
Opening airlock.
Jack. Good lad. Let us know when you've reached the Astrea.
Copy that.
Airlock cycling. Stand by.
Watch yourself over there, Jack. Don't let those ticks give you too much hassle.
I'm sure I'll be fine.
Yeah, I know. I just like reminding you to be careful. So, be careful. And before you ask, yes. That's an order.
Exiting portside airlock.
We need to make our way back to the Estrella, to the auxiliary drive bay.
All right, Apollo, you're on your way. I'm waiting for my explanation.
We all agree simply transmitting Jack's consciousness into the past won't work this time. However, if we were to appropriate one of the Estrella's remaining FTL drives, the Doctor and I believe we may be able to use it to return both you and Jack to the 22nd century.
You're
Oh, my memory baking. Sorry, sometimes, guys, it just says this. I don't know why it says it.
saying we might be able to go home.
I'm reticent to make any assurances, but yes, I believe it is possible. Assuming at least one of the drives is still operational.
I thought you said we couldn't access the drives because of all the biomass.
That was before we had the counterpulse.
Well, that's great, but do you have some way for Jack to administer it?
Jack, make your way to the nearest fabricator. I have a new modification for your shell.
Understood.
Nearest fabricator.
I noticed these when we first arrived in this timeline. Some kind of massive processing structure. It's capturing Saturn's atmosphere.
Correct. They're known as autonomous atmospheric harvesters. They process hydrogen and helium from Saturn, inject it into containers, and then jettison those containers outward for retrieval. The minimal contact reduces the risk of biomass infection.
It's like the Kronos 5000 or something.
Sorry?
I mean, it might be what our job would have turned into. It's a bit more impressive than extracting helium from ice cubes like we did, but it's basically where our work was headed.
Oh, wow. Why did that one have to be unlockable? Is it unlockable? Yeah, it's unlockable.
Shields at 50%.
If even one tick begins feeding on these radiation dampeners, they lose power.
Nearest fabricator, nearest fabricator.
Shields at 30%.
I'm trying to get that thing as far away from the thing as possible. Let's go ahead and get this thing back on.
This dock is now part of the computational array.
Alright, so fabricator. Now I managed to get my shield.
Shields at 95%.
Get out of here and stay out. Any fabricators? Like this fabricator, probably there's a fabricator.
There was some biomass research data in there. Just a small amount, but every bit helps.
Well, I'm letting these things explode. Alright.
Shields at 30%.
Alright, oh yeah. What I do know is there's a fabricator over here, and, alright, where's the tick? Well, I managed to get the ticket.
Integration successful. Your new counterpulse device is ready to be equipped.
I expect you'll find it quite an effective tool for combating the biomass.
It's a weapon.
A focused counterpulse emitter, based on a design from my own timeline and calibrated to the same wavelength as the treatment we administered via the medical pod.
Cure gun. Nice.
Understand, this device will only eliminate the older, more primitive biomass. The more evolved forms from this time period will just be temporarily incapacitated.
Regardless, it should make short work of the biomass surrounding Astraea's FTL drives. It's possible with more research data we could refine the treatment wavelength even further, making the device that much more efficient.
Which would allow the emitter to discharge more shots before overheating.
Certainly fixed you right up, didn't we?
We're ready to proceed to the drive bay. In the meantime, Captain Rhodes, I will need you to assemble a custom gantry to secure the FTL once it's in our possession. I've already fed the necessary specifications to the fabricators.
Good. I'm in the mood for a bit of work.
Moving out into the debris field now.
Just get that FTL and get back here as quick as you can. No sense spending any more time over there than you need to.
Agreed.
Alright, let's assume this works. Let's say you two track down a working FTL. Get it hooked up, and if Apollo manages to recreate a physical time jump that by some miracle sends us back home to our own time. How exactly are we supposed to eliminate all the biomass once we're
Those six
there?
really well.
I mean, it's not like we can just set off a bomb and blow it all to smithereens. That's exactly what you're planning to do, isn't it?
Well, not a bomb so much as a device that will unleash a sudden
Oh, here we go again.
of energy across a
Here we go
widespread
again.
area.
So,
Okay, those six left.
a bomb.
Yes, a bomb. But one that emits a counterpulse that should only be harmful to the biomass.
Brilliant.
I am a tactical AI. Most of my solutions tend to involve some form of explosion.
How will we make this device?
I mean, I could do it, but my hands are a bit tied.
I can easily repurpose existing equipment to construct a counterpulse dispersion catalyst.
Cure bomb.
Very well. Cure bomb. We will also need a means of transport, ideally one that can regulate the catalyst's energy signature.
The cargo drones should be more than capable of assembling the materials we need.
Excellent. I will transmit the details.
Wait a second. How is Jack's reboot ability supposed to work in the past without the fabricator network?
My design for our makeshift transport includes a single fabricator to accommodate Jack's reboot for the duration of our mission. Once we've detonated the catalyst and are out of danger, we can address reintegrating Jack's protocols into an Atlas network.
Assuming all this goes to plan.
Well, yes. It would be rather difficult to operate on the opposite assumption.
I need to get in here. Alright, I need to find a vent that I can get into. And that's how I do this. I'll find a vent. Like that over there. This vent.
Jack, we should make for the Astrea's drive bay. We should make for the Astrea's drive bay at our earliest convenience.
the drive bay. I can't open this because I can't even cut it. I guess this one goes to this one.
Jack, we should proceed to the drive bay. The success of our mission depends on locating a viable FTL.
I'm at the drive bay, dude. I'm at the drive bay.
I've reached the drive bay.
How's it looking there?
All clear, Apollo.
Acknowledged. Now then, we should start by identifying any FTLs that are still extractable. Look for drives whose locking pins are largely clear of biomass at the upper and lower extremities.
Understood. I'll see if there's a drive that's clear enough to move.
Anyone able to cross their fingers, do it now.
Better, now that I've eliminated all the ticks in the area.
Our aim is to locate a viable FTL drive. We need one that is suitably infected with biomass, but not to the extent that it is overrun.
The Goldilocks FTL.
An accurate, if somewhat antiquated metaphor. Once we find a suitable drive, we'll need to remove it from its housing and extract it via the corresponding service port. The removal process is no easy task, but I can walk you through the procedure.
Some biomass is present, but not enough to impede the locking pins. Now to inspect the opposite end. The locking pins on this end also appear to be free of any obstruction.
Confirmed. Cursory inspection verified. Internal biomass growth is also suitable for our needs.
Is that our winner?
It certainly appears so.
So we're good to go.
Nearly. The FTL will first need to be primed, which requires filling the drive with an ionized fluid and stimulating a hybrid voltaic reaction.
Is that as dodgy as it sounds?
Priming the drive is a fairly standard procedure. Moving a drive after it's been primed is most certainly not.
How do we start the procedure?
The drive controls are offline. You'll need to initiate the process manually. Look for an access panel on the side of the FTL drive.
Access panel located.
You'll have to cut your way in. Pull the lever inside and the drive will begin priming. Once the injection process is complete, I will funnel all remaining power in the drive bay to the FTL.
Drive priming initiated.
Injection complete. I will now attempt to create a sustained reaction by applying any remaining power. Stand by. Sustained reaction achieved. We're ready to remove the drive.
Outstanding.
What's next, Apollo?
The FTL drive is held in place by locking mechanisms at its upper and lower extremities. They must be manually released before the drive can be removed.
Got it. I'll release the locks.
The release mechanisms are housed within the drive moorings at both the top and bottom of the chamber. You'll need to cut your way in.
Understood. I gained access to the drive locking mechanisms.
The release control is located on the drive itself, between the locking pins.
Auto locking mechanism released.
Good. Once you release the upper lock, the drive should come free.
which one am I looking for? This one? So this one down here. Alright, so this one's active on the upper extremities, which is probably up here. So I'm looking at the very top of the control panel. And there it is. There it is up there. All I need to do is just get up there and unlock it. But how? And I might have found the key. Yes, I this one, no one over here is dead, is infected. Let's go revive this one. Okay, I might.
Shields at 30%.
Alright. Alright. So what's this way? So this way is the one less access. Since this is already open, maybe if I disinfect the biomass, I might just be able to scooch or glitch myself through. Oh.
The controls for the upper locking mechanism can be found directly above the drive.
Directly.
Drive unlocked.
Excellent. I've repowered a nearby control panel so you can complete the removal procedure. The controls will allow you to position the drive so it can be easily removed via cargo drive.
Moving FTL into position.
Steady on there, Jack. That's our ride home.
Once the drive reaches the outer wall, you can open the... Jack, be advised. Ticks inbound.
Stand by. I'll deal with them.
They must have been drawn out by the drive's substantial energy signature.
Not really good left-handed.
Tick threat neutralized. Resuming removal process at the control terminal.
Once the drive reaches the outer wall, you can open the service port to make the drive available for retrieval.
The drive is in position. How do I open the service port?
Multi-operator release controls on either side of the hatch.
Removal process complete. The FTL drive is ready to be extracted.
Good work, Jack. Drones are on their way.
Copy that.
Ready to depart with the cargo in T-minus 10 seconds. If you plan to accompany the drive, I suggest you take hold now. Departing in 3, 2, 1. Thrusters engaged.
I'm exiting the drive bay.
Give the Estrella a wave as you go. Suppose this is the last we'll be seeing of her.
I'm afraid that's not entirely accurate. To ensure we eliminate all the biomass in the past, we will need to generate a counterpulse substantial enough to blanket the entire Kronos 2 orbital sector. To do so, we will have to venture into the remains of the Estrella that were left behind in 2126, and use the ship's primary drive exchange conduit to amplify the output of the Cure Bomb.
Kinda grows on you, doesn't it?
Not unlike a biomass infestation.
So, where am I in all this?
I will need you to accompany us into the wreckage. As acting captain of the Estrella, your authorization is required to access the primary drive bay.
Right. Well, I've nearly finished rigging up the gantry. Should be good to go by the time the drones turn up with the FTL. I'll see you back here shortly.
Acknowledged.
Jack, I should tell you, if our plan succeeds, it is unlikely you will be able to return to this timeline. If there are any outstanding tasks you'd like to finish, now might be the opportune time.
Understood.
Don't get cheeky with me. All right, Doc. The gantry's rigged up. I think we're all set here.
Jack, I want to remind you again. Once we start this process, we are effectively locked in. Your shell will be exclusively paired to the fabricator on the rear of the transport rig. If you exceed its range, you will be forced to reboot. If you have any remaining tasks you'd like to address, this is your final opportunity.
I understand. I'm ready to begin.
Very well. Moving the FTL into position. Everyone, keep clear.
Will do. Clamps are set. Bring her in.
You've been busy.
I know. Not bad, right?
Indeed. Most impressive.
Well, having a whole mess of drones around to do my bidding certainly didn't hurt. Might not be exactly up to spec, but it'll get the job done. Don't listen to him.
Drive secured.
Confirmed. Connection established. The FTL is now linked to the station's power grid.
Reading vigorous biomass activity within the drive. The infection is feeding off the FTL's energy field.
I assume that's good.
It's expected. Begin diagnostic and compatibility check. Verify functionality of all drive components. This should only take a moment.
No problem. We'll just sit here in nervous anticipation.
Very well.
You're concerned.
about having every molecule in my body yanked across all space and time. I'm a little nervous, yeah.
The odds of success are surprisingly favorable, especially when one considers all the variables at play.
Suppose we can work with that.
Diagnostic and compatibility check complete. Stand by while I reconfigure the FTL's drive settings to mirror the exact conditions that first sent the Estrella back in time.
Dr. Harlan?
Yes, we have to get clear of the platform. I know.
Well, I guess this is it.
So it would seem. Captain, I want to say I'm sorry. I was wrong to keep you in the dark as long as I did. Perhaps if I trusted you sooner. In any case, I hope you can forgive me, though I don't expect you to. Right. Well, goodbye.
Dr. Harlan, thank you. What you're doing here, she'd be proud of you.
She'd be angry with me.
Oh, yeah, probably. But she'd still be proud.
Thank you. Both of you. For helping me put an end to this.
Doctor, we should really be going.
Yes. All right.
Good luck, Doctor.
To all of us.
FTL settings configured. As soon as the doctor is clear, we can begin spinning up the drive.
Farewell, Captain Rhodes.
Take care of him, Juno.
Of course, always. Goodbye, Jack. I will make sure to permanently archive all of the time we have spent together.
Thanks, Juno.
You're welcome. Good luck saving your timeline.
Popcorn? All right, it's okay. Well, what do you say, Jack? You ready for this?
I am if you are.
Yeah. Yeah, it'll be fun.
Apollo, we are clear.
Very well. Commencing final jump prep.
Listen. I realized I never properly thanked you. For, well, everything.
That's what I'm here for.
Pretty sure hibernating for 4 centuries falls outside the scope of your directives.
Clearly, you and I have different interpretations of my directives.
Really? Well, regardless, thank you.
Of course.
FTL spin-up complete. Drive reports green.
Remember, you need to trigger the device before the Ithaca reaches the infected zone. That should be enough to alter the course of events. Prevent the biomass from spreading.
Understood.
We'll get it done.
Transferring manual control to transport. Ready to execute jump.
Godspeed. To you both.
All right, Jack.
FTL engaged.
See you in a tick.
Jumping in 3, 2...
Okay, come on.
Are you all right?
Yeah, no, I'm okay. It's just... Holy shit. That was
Frightening?
incredible. And, yeah, a little frightening. What about you? You alright?
All systems nominal. Apollo?
Likewise, fully operational.
God. Look at this place.
Not exactly the home you remember.
You know what? I'll take it. As long as we've still got time to do our job.
Apollo, can you verify our time frame? Did we make it back before the Ithaca?
Cross-referencing astrometric positional data. Stand by. Confirmed. We have arrived just prior to the Ithaca's approach.
I think I see her. There. That bright dot just off Rhea. Jack, you see that?
Affirmative. I see it.
The vessel is closing fast. We have limited time.
Then let's not waste any more of it. The transport's good to go?
I'm still running diagnostics, but so far everything appears to be in working order.
Well, that'll have to do. We're on the clock.
Very well. Plotting a course for the Estrella's primary drive bay.
Popcorn? You're staying out here. See if you can find me a way to contact the Ithaca. Local comms just aren't going to cut it. We need a way to boost the signal. None of that. I promise. As soon as we finish hooking up the cure bomb, we'll come find you. Now go.
Course laid in. Transport rig prepped for departure. I would advise you both hold on. Stand by for primary thruster burn. 3, 2, 1. Transport underway. Distance to primary drive exchange, 4,600 meters.
That's quite a sight.
I should warn you, much of the Estrella remains highly irradiated. The transport's radiation dampener will shield us, but its range is limited. I advise you remain close to the rig at all times. Especially you, Captain Rhodes.
Steer clear of flash radiation. Got it. And safety tip.
Once we reach the drive bay, we'll need to connect the fuel cell directly into the Estrella's drive exchange conduit. That should amplify the counterpulse sufficiently enough to eliminate all the biomass in the sector.
You ready for this, Jack?
As I see it, we don't really have time to question our preparedness.
Yeah, I'm a little scared too.
Guys, I'll be right back. Alright guys, I'm back. Alright. Do it. If y'all can hear that, that's them shooting fireworks at the date.
Approaching the Estrella's outer hull. Brace for deceleration.
Better hold on to something. What is it, Jack?
The most direct route to the drive bay is via a service tunnel just beyond these doors.
How do we get them open?
I'll need direct access to the local systems. There should be a control station just on the other side of that nearby airlock.
Right, let's go.
Perhaps those of us with reboot abilities should proceed first.
By all means. Lead on. How does this area still have power?
There are multiple redundancies in place to protect the engineering deck from power failure, even in the event of catastrophic structural damage. As you can see,
Good news for us.
Not entirely. If the local power grid is still active, that means the biomass is as well.
Couldn't let me have just one bright spot, could you?
The control station is just up ahead. No sign of any significant biomass activity.
How long does that all last?
Based on previous experience, probably not as long as we prefer.
Are those the door controls?
Affirmative. They must have suffered some form of mechanical failure.
Yeah, I think so, dude.
Try the emergency release. You'll have to cut your way in.
Copy.
Locking mechanisms released.
Doors open.
Area clear. No biomass presence. This is it. Jack, I'll need your help to overwrite the local protocols. There's an AI core installed in the upper terminal. Remove it and place it in the override slot.
Copy that.
Your new data scanner should still...
Core secured.
Data port open.
Commencing upload.
Override complete. Once you return the core to the upper terminal, I should have full access to all local...
Core locked in.
Access achieved. I have local control. Now all I need is the captain's authorization.
Right. This is Acting Captain Olivia Rhodes. Open the doors?
Authorization accepted. Disabling security measures. Doors opening. Stand by. I'm moving the rig inside.
Right, come on, Jack. Let's get back out to the transport and...
Captain,
What is it?
I'm reading movement.
Shit.
Multiple biomass signatures closing on the transport. Navcom is failing. I can't pilot the transport with those ticks draining its systems.
I can clear them off. Stand by.
Use the secondary airlock beyond the control station. It's your quickest route to the transport.
Got it. We're on our way.
Negative, Captain. You will need to remain inside. The transport is too far out. You would die in seconds.
Right. Blended melting radiation.
If you die, our mission fails.
Your concern for my well-being is extremely touching. Thanks.
You're welcome. Cycling airlock. Stand by.
Might want to ready that counterpulse gadget of yours, Jack.
Affirmative. I'll signal you when it's all clear.
I'm gonna just back up a bit. Good luck.
I count 3 tick forms on the transport, Jack. You'll need to neutralize all of them in order for me to regain control.
Acknowledged. That's 1. That's 2. That should be all of them. Apollo, can you confirm?
Confirmed. Transport power flow nominal. I've regained operational control.
Stand by, Liv. We're coming to you.
Make sure you put up nice and close. I I prefer my insides remain unliquefied.
That's in high
Not to
radiation.
worry, Captain. You'll be well within the dampener's radius. There. That should be more than sufficient for the captain to safely board.
Liv, you are clear to exit.
Copy that. I'm on. Let's go.
Engaging primary thrusters. Be advised. Adjusting course. Course replotted. Brace for thruster reignition. Jack, I suggest keeping your counterpulse emitter armed. The biomass is likely to be much more prevalent as we move further inward.
Understood.
Just how bad is this going to get?
The primary drive bay is one of the most energy-intensive areas on the entire ship. We should expect the biomass infestation to be proportionally dense.
You know, you could just say it's going to get really bad.
I thought that was what I said.
We appear to have another sealed door ahead.
Affirmative.
You have a plan for getting it open? That'll do.
Yes, my newfound control of the local systems is more extensive than I anticipated.
Certainly a welcome change of pace.
Though rather short-lived, I'm afraid. I expect the door to the primary drive bay will require a bit more effort to open.
Well, I wouldn't want us to get spoiled now.
Proximity alert.
Jack, look out!
Firing braking thrusters.
Shields at 30%.
That's the last of them. Apollo.
Affirmative.
Nicely done. I don't think a single tick made it to the transport.
Most fortunately for you, Captain. Though the ticks do appear to be more interested in the transport than you or Jack. Preparing to resume course. Please hold on.
We're on. Let's go.
Acknowledged. Resuming course. We should be coming up on the drive bay shortly.
Popcorn. You ready? Coming up on the drive bay. How are things looking your end? Find me a way to talk to the other. There's got to be something in that mess we can cobble together. Keep looking. I don't need much. Just enough to get a signal out. Just as long as the Ithaca can hear it. Okay. Well, copy that, I guess. Keep me posted. How much longer, Apollo?
The drive bay is just up ahead. Tracking movement ahead. More ticks inbound.
think that's the last of them.
Approaching destination. Reducing speed. The primary drive bay is just beyond these doors.
Alright, let's get them open.
There's an airlock nearby that will take you to the control station.
I see it.
I'll proceed first.
Yeah? I can't. Okay, just put them in the freezer. And keep the froster right there.
Careful.
I'm sorry. Alright, where is the
Shields at 95%.
Popcorn. Popcorn, do you read? He's not responding.
Radiological interference from the Estrella is disrupting our local comms. We should be able to re-establish contact once we're clear of the wreckage.
Those escape pods,
That's correct.
do they still work?
Surprisingly, yes. The pods are still registering as functional. Let's proceed to the control station. Biomass from the drive bay has spread to the door controls.
What about the emergency release?
There is considerable buildup around the panel, but it looks to still be accessible.
I'll take a look.
You could use your counterpulse emitter to nullify any threat from the biomass. We need to inspect the emergency release panel.
The infestation is fairly severe, but I think I can still reach the panel.
Shields at 50%.
rewrite the local protocols. The procedure is identical to the one we performed earlier.
Where's the AI core? It's not in the terminal.
One of the engineers must have removed it during the initial outbreak, an attempt to seal the drive bay. It's likely the core is still close by. We should search the adjoining rooms. Expect considerable biomass presence.
You go, I'll keep an eye on the transports.
I won't be long.
Peace. Did you throw that on purpose?
Jack, we need to retrieve the AI core or we won't be able to access the drive bay. There, at the far end of the corridor.
Got it. Liv, I have the core. I'm heading back to you.
Copy that. See you shortly. Nicely done. We're sure the core's in good shape, Colin.
We'll know for certain once Jack places it in the override slot.
Core in place.
Data port is open.
Commencing data transfer.
Override successful.
Copy. Returning core to upper terminal. Core locked in.
Protocol remapping successful. Local access granted. I can now open the drive bay. On your authorization, Captain.
Right. This is acting Captain Olivia Rose. Open the drive bay.
Authorization accepted. Security measures lifted.
Remarkable. The biomass has all but overtaken the chamber.
It's overriding the existing environment, building a new ecosystem. The infestation is worse than I anticipated.
This is what happens to Earth.
More accurately, what will happen if we fail to accomplish our mission.
Alright. We've got a job to do. So, let's get to it.
Captain, I'm afraid given the state of the drive bay, I cannot allow you to accompany us inside.
What? No. I'm staying. I'm with you.
Liv can handle herself, Apollo.
If these new readings are any indication, the drive bay is far too dangerous an environment for a human being. The odds of the captain's survival are close to zero. And that is not an exaggeration.
Right. Well, I suppose as far as arguments go, that's not the worst. Okay, new plan. I'm going to track down Popcorn, see if we can work out a way to make contact with the Ithaca. The escape pod's clear to go. Hello?
Affirmative. I've already plotted the coordinates. Simply climb inside and seal the canopy.
Good. Keep this comms channel open. I don't care if it's team. I want constant communication.
Understood.
Come on, let's get you back to the island.
Jack? Good luck.
You too, Olivia.
Be sure to come back in one piece, yeah?
I assume that's an order.
Bloody well right it is.
Transport is ready to depart. I will do my utmost to navigate a safe route through the drive bay.
All right, I'm on board.
Brace for acceleration.
Liv, Apollo and I are making our way into the drive bay.
Copy that. I'm closing up the escape pod.
Acknowledged. Safe travels.
Yeah, to both of us.
Are you all right?
Ride was a touch shaky, but I'll manage. Still no sign of popcorn. Nothing on comms either. At this point, all I can do is focus on finding a way to contact the Ithaca and just hope he turns up.
I'm sure he will.
Yeah. Right then, I'll keep you posted.
Shields at 30%. Shields at 95%. Shields at 50%. Shields at 30%.
Dang, it failed again.
Shields at 95%.
Jack, we may have a problem.
What is it?
Power to the drive exchange conduit appears to have been cut off. The conduit must be fully powered if we are to sufficiently amplify the counterpulse blast wave.
What are our options?
Our best course of action is to try and reroute power from another system.
Then let's do it.
There's a junction nearby that should still be functional. Adjusting course. Hold on.
Liv, we've run into a power flow issue. We have to briefly divert course.
Do what you have to do, and do it fast. The Ithaca fleet's getting close. I make out at least 3 more ships in the distance.
How close are we to making contact?
Still working on it. There's just not that much to work with. If I could maybe find one of our old geosensors, I could put its
Liv.
Might be enough to get a signal out.
Liv, you're breaking up. Liv.
Interference from the Estrella is disrupting the signal.
Is there any way to get her back?
I'm afraid there's not much I can do. However, the captain is actively working on boosting the comm signal to reach the Ithaca. If she succeeds, it's possible we'll be able to re-establish contact.
Understood.
Shields at 50%.
This is it. These junction controls should allow you to divert power to the exchange conduit.
Understood. Stand by.
Power rerouted. The exchange conduit is operating at maximum capacity. Well done. Return to the transport and we'll proceed onward.
Shields at 95%.
That's it. We're clear for now. Takes inbound.
Jack, do you copy?
Liv, say again.
There's too much interference. I keep losing your signal.
Liv, can you hear me? Olivia.
Jack, I'm losing you.
Liv, are you there? Olivia.
It's no use, Jack. She's not receiving us. Takes on approach.
Shields at 30%.
Well, that's the last hand for me.
Shields at 95%.
Jack, I don't know if you can hear me.
Liv, I read you.
If there's any chance you can still hear this, I'm going to keep working on the comms, but if I can't...
Liv.
Jack, we need to focus. We're closing in on the exchange conduit.
guys, so that's going to be the end for part 4. Part 5 will be the ending. So hopefully you have a good day. And remember, this channel is a good channel. Bye, guys.